Number 5, if you have a good track record of filing and paying on time, let's say for 5 years, you may not need a tax professional or tax resolution company to come in and assist you. There is this thing at the IRS called the first time penalty abatement or forgiveness plan, where if you've been a good boy or girl for 5 years and this is kind of just a hiccup, bump in the road where you've got one tax year that you just fell behind, then you may be able to call on your own to the IRS and ask them for this first time penalty abatement. And if you've been good, the IRS will often go ahead and just that 1 year knock off the penalties and associated interest. They never knock off straight interest on these things, unfortunately. But that can provide folks a pretty good bang for their buck if you do that on your own, and you can certainly do so. And I'll just kind of a little tip here also for you. I said that if you've been good, they may do that for you as of right, without having to explain a whole lot of circumstances of why you got into trouble in the first place. But even if you haven't been good, a lot of times you can call up the IRS and get that 1 year first time penalty abatement, and it goes through sometimes. Number 6, this one's kind of a harsh one. You may not need a tax professional if you can pay your IRS debt, but you just simply don't want to do so. And what I'm talking about here is there are some folks who have bought into the lie that we don't have to pay taxes here in America. And that, folks, just simply isn't true. There are websites, and there used to be quite a few commercials on these types of tax protesting packages that you could buy pre-bundled of all the arguments that you can tell the IRS that we're a voluntary tax system, that paying taxes are illegal. Nonsense is really what it is. And if you fall into that group, you may not need a tax professional, you may need a criminal lawyer, because that incites the wrath of the IRS if they smell a tax protest there in the mix. So don't do that.